Hi everyone. Hope you're having a really good week. It was pretty intense, the energies and stuff. So thank you for your patience on the second half of July readings. And for these readings, I also wanted to let everybody know that the soulmate readings for each sign are available on my website, fearlessintuition.net, for July. Because July is halfway over, they are half price this month. So next month, I'll do them again for August. Hopefully I'll have those out before August 1st. And I do have, I did release some more Twin Flame Soulmate personal readings on my website, fearlessintuition.net, to schedule for later in July if you are interested. So go check that out. The soulmate readings by sign are, the way that they're set up is in the same way that I do the Divine Masculine reading, where I look at the Divine Masculine's headspace, heart space, environment, and then the energy between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine for the week. But this spans for the whole month, and it's for each sign, and it is what is in your soulmate's headspace, your soulmate's heart space, your soulmate's environment, and then the energy between you and your soulmate. So it's pretty cool. It seems like everybody's really enjoying that format, so go check that out. They are at a very convenient price right now, so hope everybody enjoys those. We are going to look into what the Divine Masculine is up to this week. And I feel like there have been a lot of shifts, transformations, changes. I do get asked a lot about, the energy for these readings. Is it for twin flames? Is it for soulmates? This is really for the soulmate, the energy that you are bringing into this reading. Whoever it is that you're thinking about, whoever your Divine Masculine is, it doesn't have to be a twin flame journey. It doesn't have to be specified or put in that box. My biggest thing with these readings is don't put it in a box. Don't think that it's a certain specific relationship. If it is somebody that you are energetically connected to, that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter what the label of it is. So that's one of the biggest things that I really want everybody to know, because I've been asked before, is this specifically for the twin flame journey? Not necessarily. This is whoever your partner is, or the energy that you're bringing into the reading. That's the way that this works. So let's see. Because we have the eclipse. Oh, all right. We'll take that card. This is for the headspace for the Divine Masculine for this week, which is Master, which is actually the Devil card. So the Divine Masculine is probably working really hard this week. Because we have the eclipse energy from last week still kind of working, just a couple of things. Venus is in Virgo, Mercury is in Leo right now. So I do feel like very logical steps are being taken right now, whether it's in communication. We are in the pre-shadow period of Mercury retrograde, so that happens on July 26th. Mercury goes retrograde. So those are just like really quick energies. I wanted to talk about planets that are happening, because everything else, Jupiter has gone direct. Everything else is in retrograde, seems like. So the Divine Masculine for this week, I feel like their energy really is, it doesn't even feel toxic. They could have some toxic things going on, mastering their emotions. But more than anything, I feel like they're working really, really hard this week. Kind of buckling down, getting things done. Knight of Cups. So in their headspace, this is the Divine Masculine's headspace for the week of the 16th, July 16th, starting tomorrow, or today if you're in Australia, or across the world. They could be thinking, they could really be working on their shadow sides. They could be trying to heal parts of themselves. With the Devil, a lot of times the shadow side does show up. But this is, yeah, Page of Cups with the Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay. They really want to make an offer because they want more out of life. And they're thinking about it. The Knight of Cups, and you could be dealing with a water sign or somebody just who's very emotional and not really thinking about the emotions. They could, the devil talks about obsession too. They could really be obsessing about how they want more in their life and wanting to offer more to the divine feminine. It's like the cards, either all the cards want to come out or none. 9 of Wands. So they're getting very tired of the battle, of fighting the war, of constantly fighting. That's really what it feels like, the constant fight of it, and the 3 of Pentacles. It's so interesting how the 3 of Pentacles kind of slipped in there. There's almost an obsessive quality to wanting to fight for what they want. The Knight of Cups. What does this Knight of Cups represent for the Divine Masculine for the week of July 16th? There's the shadow side again, which is the devil. Interesting. The heavy aspect is so real here. It feels so... They had a really heavy reading last week too. And this is what I mean by, I feel like the shifting is happening. The changing is happening. The energy of the Divine Masculine is changing. Because they're tired of fighting for what they want in life. They just want it now. They're tired of always feeling like they have to battle for it and not getting anywhere. Page of Cups talks about wanting to be more fulfilled. And there's a very real truth coming to them about it with the Page of Swords. And they might even be communicating that they want more in life. They want to be more fulfilled. What is this 9 of... Whoa, 9 of Wands. King of Cups. Like I said, you could be dealing with a water sign or someone. It doesn't have to be a water sign, but it's really somebody who's just very emotional about what they're fighting for this week. And it's almost like logic isn't happening anymore. It's a very obsessive need. 3 of Pentacles. What is the 3 of Pentacles? For the Divine Masculine's headspace. The 3 of Pentacles is about rebuilding. It's about coming together. It's about bringing things together in order to build or rebuild. Starting from the ground up. It's a foundation. Whoa. See, it's either like all the cards or none of the cards. I'm not going to take all those. We're going to go through it again. What is this 3 of Pentacles for the Divine Masculine's headspace? There it is. They have decisions to make. This makes a lot of sense. I feel like they're really, really, really stuck in their minds, like in a very obsessive way. The devil is making me feel like the fight, the battle that they have of wanting more in their life. And now they have a decision they need to make on, you know, how do I build from here? What do I do from here? Where do I start with what foundation do I start with? With the 3 of Pentacles. So, very interesting. We do have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, very logical Divine Feminine energy. So, Divine Masculine's heart space. What is in the Divine Masculine's heart space for the week of July 16th, 2018. Find masculine's heart space. Rest and reconsider, which is the Nine of Wands again. So, tired of battling. They are tired of fighting for what they want, even in their heart. So in their minds and in their heart, they're tired of constantly battling for what they want and not getting it. 10 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups. This is the desire that they have in their heart right now. Wanting to be happy, wanting to be fulfilled. And a lot of fighting for it. Divine masculine's heart space. Yeah, regret. 5 of Cups. It's like the things that they didn't do, or there's a disappointment, there's a regret from not doing something. I always have to say that regrets are like lessons, you know. The way that you learn to not regret something is by learning the lesson. Because we're going to do things in life that we aren't particularly happy about or proud of. You just have to learn that not to do it again, not to make the same mistake again. Divine masculine's heart space, Ace of Pentacles. So wanting to find that stability, but wanting to find it through happiness. You know, and it's almost like they're looking past their regrets so they could find this stability and happiness. If they don't look up, if they don't look up from this regretful position, they're not going to see the gift that's coming to them. So, Divine Masculine's heart space, 10 of Cups. So through all the exhaustion and the fighting, we have the Knight of Swords and the Tower. There is something within them, and this could be the internal conflict, or this could have happened in the environment that made the internal conflict happen, but something is unstable. And they know in their heart that something is unstable. And it could have been an argument that was had or something like that, but the fight to make things happy again, the fight to be happy again is very real. But there was something about, and it was an emotional thing. I mean, this is in their heart space. Whatever it was that's crumbled or that needs to crumble because it's unstable. I feel like it is this feeling, this disappointed feeling. I feel like that's what the internal Tower energy means. 9 of Cups. What is the 9 of Cups? 8 of Pentacles. And the King of Wands. So the 8 of Pentacles is very methodical, very analytical, taking the steps, not skipping the steps. Piece by piece. And the thing is yes, this may be the 9 of Wands, but I feel like they're still fighting for what they want. I feel like they're very passionate about what they're fighting for, what they want. And I've said it before so many times that if you don't see it happening in the 3D, doesn't mean it's not happening. Because I feel like with the King of Wands, I feel like their passion is very real. They know what they want. And they know that they need to get there somehow. And I do feel like They're recognizing that whatever that was going on before, it has to come down. It has to crumble. And now they can rebuild in the right way, without skipping the steps, by doing everything step by step. The Five of Cups. What is the Five of Cups? Five of Cups. Whoop. Seven of Pentacles. Sure. When you're waiting for something to happen in your life, when you're trying to manifest things, but things just aren't working the way that you want them to, there's a disappointment there. There's a very real disappointment in their heart space for things just not happening the way that they want them to happen. But we have to remember that not everything is going to look exactly the way we want it to. You know? I feel like they're trying to get their ducks in a row. They're trying to get everything. So this Ace of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So there's the Divine Feminine. The Ten of Wands and the Star. It's like they can see that the Divine Feminine has been healing, and this journey has been really, really long, and they're seeing the stability within the Divine Feminine, and they're feeling that in their heart space. I also feel like the healing effects that they've had in this journey, this very long journey, with the Divine Feminine, is bringing them to a very stable point. Because the passion for what they want and the fighting for what they want, not only in their headspace, but it's also, they're not just thinking about it, they're feeling it too. And I mean, obviously this very stable Divine Feminine energy is in their heart. So it may feel very burdened, but they're almost to the end of the road. It's like they can see the stability in the horizon. If you look at the Ten of Wands, there's that castle in the background back here. It's like, yeah, the road is long, the journey is long. I have to carry a big, heavy load. But look at what I get when I get there. Look at what I get when I get there. Queen of Pentacles, the Star. I get what I want. It's almost a recognition of what they know they need to do and what they know they're feeling versus how it's happening. You know, they may not be showing this. I was also asked by somebody if this is just for people who are in separation or together. It doesn't really matter. Like, if you don't know who your Divine Masculine is, this is, again, an energy. If you're in full separation from your Divine Masculine, this can still apply to what's going on in their life. And like I said, if you can't see them, what's going on in the 3D world, this may help you. Just make sure that whatever it resonates, you know, in any way, shape, or form, if it's resonating with you, take that. Take what resonates. And if this reading isn't for you, then maybe next week's reading will be. I don't want anybody to force anything in their life, but okay. So the Divine Masculine's environment. Let's see what's in the Divine Masculine's environment for July 16th. Oh. I'm going to shovel that again. Just so I don't have somebody be like, oh, you cheated. So listen. This is the High Priestess in the traditional tarot. So, in the 3D, and consider this their 3D world. This is how they're acting. This is what they're seeing. This is how things are happening in their 3D world. I feel like they're going to be very quiet this week with the with the High Priestess. And I feel like they're going to be doing that so that they can, they may not consciously be listening to their intuition, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of listening to their intuition this week. We have strength. And it's almost like they're trying, their quietness is their strength. Keeping their mouth shut, not opening themselves up too much is going to be their strength for this week. So we have the Five of Cups and we have the Nine of Cups again. So whatever's going on in their mind is spilling out into their environment because the regret of what they truly want, and I feel like this is why they're kind of being quiet. If they're not opening up, if they've kind of pulled back, this is why. It's because they have a certain energy that they have inside of wanting to fight for what they want. They have a certain energy in their heart of wanting to fight for what they want, but when it comes to their environment, it's very real that they're disappointed in what they don't have. There's a big feeling of lack. I feel like the Divine Masculine feels like they're lacking in some way. And then we have the Six of Cups. A lot of emotional stuff probably from their past coming up, and that may be what they're having to listen to. I feel like the Divine Masculine might be a little emotionally vulnerable this week. What is strength? Six of Pentacles. Focusing on where they're placing their energies. I always say with the Six of Pentacles to be ultra aware. Are you giving your energies to people, places, and things that deserve it? And they might be finding strength in needing to figure out where they're putting their energies. The Five of Cups. What is the Five of Cups? Justice. I feel like there's a lot of karmic balance happening in their environment. Could be that some Divine Masculines will be getting a divorce, the Justice, and typically I don't say anything that specific in a general reading, but for some reason I was prompted to say it. I do feel like the regret and disappointment that they're feeling or they're thinking about is spilling over in their environment, and they're trying to find a karmic balance with where they're giving their energies. Nine of Cups, because they know what they want. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. It's, you know, knowing what you want. But are you going for it, or are you still holding back? What is the Nine of Cups? There we go. Three of Cups. A lot of emotions. A lot of emotions. The Three of Cups to me always represents union. I know a lot of people say it's like a third-party situation, and I understand why they would say that. And I don't feel like it's a celebration. I feel like because it came on the Nine of Cups, this is all about wanting to be in union or wanting to be around people, be in like a happier place. They could actually be celebrating something this week, and giving their energy to things that need to be celebrated. Six of Cups. What is the Six of Cups? Ace of Pentacles, again. Finding stable ground. So if they have a family, or that's what that was the first thing I wanted to say. I feel like they're trying to find stability in their family as well, in their family environment. Not necessarily with a karmic, but I feel like if there are karmic things that they're having to deal with, there's a very real need. They're putting their energy, they're really being very focused on where their energy is going. And it's like they're trying to keep the strength up to do that. A lot of emotional balancing that needs to happen with the Divine Masculines this week, so they can have this stability factor has been showing up for quite some time with the Divine Masculine. Showing up for a while. And I think it's been this teeter-totter of really needing to be stable and not necessarily knowing how to get to that stability. Okay, so let's see what the energy is between, between you and your Divine Masculine. Let's see what the energy is. And remember, this may not be playing out in the 3D. This is an energy. Energy is not 3D. Oh, there it is. That's the one. Well, that one wanted to come out too. We're going to take two of them. Two of them. So we have Change Your Focus, which is the Five of Cups again. And we have Daydreams and Decisions, which is the Seven of Cups. Wow. So the energy between you and your Divine Masculine is regret and confusion for this week. And it could be that you both are feeling this, or one of you are feeling this. Or disappointed about not taking opportunities, you know, because the Daydreams and Decisions, it's like, you know, and so there needs to be a logical, we have the King of Swords. There needs to be a logical approach to this week. And I feel like because the emotions will probably be running pretty high, if your Divine Masculine is feeling regretful, or you're feeling regretful towards not doing something, Knight of Wands, and this could be why, because this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like I said, it could be one or both of you. But between the two of you, it's time for you to no longer just daydream about things and wish and hope and pray and hold a low vibration there. You really need to change your focus, switch up your focus. There's no need to be disappointed or regretful about decisions made, because those decisions are long gone, right? So we have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So the Divine Feminine showing up, and the Eight of Wands. So this could be all about trying to decide if there needs to be communication, if there will be communication. But it's really interesting because right in the middle is the Two of Cups. So the connection is very real. So many cups in this reading, in the Divine Masculine reading. So many cups. A lot of emotions, very high emotions this week. And that's why I keep saying that things are shifting for the Divine Masculine, because before they were just being really super logical. It's almost like they are tapping into their Divine Feminine side. And they're still trying to be logical. Six of Swords on the King of Swords. Still trying to be logical. But they know that the connection is real. And so going back to when people ask me, is this for people that are in contact with their Divine Masculine? Yes and no. I mean, you can be in union with your Divine Masculine and feeling this. You could be in no contact with your Divine Masculine and them still feeling this. They're thinking about you. They definitely have you in their thoughts. But I think they keep going back and forth. Again, they're really trying to be logical about things, but they're feeling so much this week. So, Knight of Wands. What is the Knight of Wands? We have Death and the Page of Swords. So I think they're being very honest with themselves about not being so wishy-washy anymore, not being so, like, they need to make a decision. You know, something has to end, whether that's a thought process, but something is transitioning this week. And I feel like a lot of it is the no more going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Because the regret is so strong and the disappointment is so strong. And they know that the connection is so real. Yeah, and they want more. They want this connection. The Page of Cups on the Two of Cups. They want this connection to happen. And so if that's something that you've been wondering as a Divine Feminine, do they think of me? Do they want this connection? They do. And the thing is I feel like you already know that they want the connection. Like, don't question, the biggest thing about this whole relationship journey is the doubt and the questioning all the time. You know, that's what brings the confusion in. And that's what ends up making you hurt even more. So, Queen of Wands, be very confident in how you're feeling. And then we have the Six of Wands. Rise above. Rise above everything that you've been programmed to believe. I feel like that's what's happening with the Divine Feminine this week. They are rising above everything they've been programmed to believe. And I also feel like with the Divine Masculine's energy of no longer going back and forth, they know that something has to end. They know that they regret not doing something before, you know, and they want this connection more than anything. I mean, it seems like more now than usual. And they're going to get it. And they see the Divine Feminine as somebody who just knows what she wants and is very confident. She showed up as the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, so somebody who's very stable and knows what she wants. And to them, that's a victory. So, Eight of Wands. There could be communication this week. There could be traveling this week with the Divine Masculine. Eight of Wands. What is the Eight of Wands? It's the Eight of Wands for the energy. There you go. Whew. That was like... So, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there could be communication about, hey, let's start over. Let's rebuild from the bottom up. There could be actual movement happening so you can start a foundation. But the energy between the two of you is actually wanting to do that. There's a very real connection there of wanting to have a foundation, start a foundation. Ultra aware of it. I like it. I like this week. It's heavy, but it's good. It's real. It's emotional. It's being vulnerable. I feel like the Divine Masculines are becoming very vulnerable this week. So I will be in New York next Friday, or this Friday coming up on July 20th. If you'd like to do the workshop with me, the Eventbrite link is below. I also have in-person readings available on my website for the New York event and then the Boston event the following Friday. that Eventbrite link is below, and I do have in-person readings available for that. Also, I will be in Austin, Texas on August 17th. That link is below, and Atlanta, Georgia on the 24th. I don't have the in-person readings up for those weekends yet, but I will have them done sometime this week. And I do have more Soulmate readings available, personal video recorded. They are video recorded. A lot of people question on whether they're live or not, and the Soulmate, actual Soulmate readings, Twin Flame Soulmate readings on my website for personals are video recorded and then sent to you. So I hope you guys have a really wonderful I hope you guys have a really wonderful week. And don't forget to check out the Soulmate readings for each sign on my website as well, fearlessintuition.net. I love you guys so much. Have a great week. Bye.